Hello friends, how are you? If we're not friends, we should be. My name's Alj and I'll be doing a reading for Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, I was meditating on your energy and I saw a few things, okay? So I saw a lion and I saw what was the other? I saw a lion. Oh, and a skunk. Okay? So let's talk about this. So the lion energy, I'm getting that there's a need for you to be a little more courageous. And if it's not about courage, well, that is courage in a different way. I'm getting that there's a need for you to be more open with your heart at this time, Virgo, at the time that you see this video. For some reason, I'm getting like a shut down energy from you guys. I'm also getting like a kind of harsh energy, almost a very like matter of fact, know it all type of energy. So you might want to be careful with that for the month ahead because I'm getting that there's some of you could be so set in your ways that you're not seeing things from another perspective, and that can block you off from people, that could block you off from opportunities. Um, you could put yourself in a hole because you're operating too much of a I know everything and I don't need to receive any more information type of energy. So just make sure that you're open to communicating uh, kindly and in an open manner. I'm getting that there's going to be a need for you to not just use your logic, not just use your head, but to also open your heart. Use your heart. Like, be open to hearing something that doesn't exactly fit how you perceive things to be. Just be open. No one's saying to agree, they're just saying to be open, okay? Um, the other thing that I got was a skunk. So I'm getting, sorry if you can hear that. Um, the skunk, I'm getting that there's a need for you to know your worth. So this is with your flaws and all, I'm getting, right? So you have to be able to love yourself for the entirety of your being, light and dark, good and bad, and indifferent, right? So what I'm getting with that, I did get the message that some of you guys have a tendency to be really sharp. I just heard the word callous, um, out of protection for yourself. And I'm getting that not only do you need to have compassion with other people, but you need to have compassion with yourself as you navigate how to get out of that way of being and learning to open yourself up and be more vulnerable, okay? So I channeled a lot intuitively for you. Hopefully that lands on who it needs to. I will be using the regular, degular, Rider Waite to do your spread, and then I'll be using the Soul's Journey lesson cards and the Moonology Oracle cards to get you any advice or supplemental information, okay? So, without further ado, Virgo, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I feel the need to say that some of you guys are dealing with the Leo specifically. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but that's for someone. That's not for everyone. All right. Thank you, angels of love, light, guidance, and protection. I ask you, please bring forth messages for the collective of Virgo. I feel like I'm getting a judgmental energy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's on your part or on the part of someone around you, Virgo. But just be careful with that. All right. Thank you, angels of love, light, guidance, and protection. I ask that you please bring forth messages for the collective of Virgo. The cards won't shuffle. Someone's being stubborn. What messages do you have for Virgo, please? I'm getting that your inability to open up or see something from another perspective, or if this is someone that you're dealing with, is going to make things a lot harder than they need to be. Okay? So make sure you stay open. What do we have for Virgo? There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. We have 8 of Cups. We have 10 of Wands. And we have 7 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have Justice. And right under that, Ace of Cups. Open your heart, be fair. Okay, so let's see what this is about. I see this two ways, Virgo, okay? So some of you guys see the way that you or someone around you moves, and you see that it's not exactly in the most honorable way. Some of you guys could be, this could range from being avoidant, this could be lying, cheating, deceitful in some manner. You are actively seeing this quality in you or someone around you. I just heard the word shady. You're seeing this quality in someone in you. You're seeing this quality in you or with someone around you, and you're leaving that behind and you're ending that cycle so that you can show up in a way that's more balanced or bring balance into your life by dropping this person or this thing, right? Others of you, I'm seeing that for others of you, I'm seeing that your avoidance of something, you leaving something behind, and not doing it in an honorable way, or not communicating something, or not being open to something, is causing you to have a bunch of stress and some sort of like heavy load on your back. I'm getting that like the pressure is building because you're not moving in a way that's fair, or someone around you is not moving in a way that's fair, okay? I keep hearing something about opening your heart, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and break down these energies and see if we can make more sense of this, okay? What do we have for Eight of Cups? Why is Eight of Cups here, please? Okay. Yes. Okay, so we have the Empress, we have Queen of Wands, and we have Temperance. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. All right. Some of you, right under the Devil, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and right under that, we have the Two of Swords. Okay. So I'm getting that for some of you. You or someone around you has a tendency to be, it's not independent. What's it called when someone is like too? I think the term is counter dependent. When someone is too, they only rely on themselves. They don't let other people in. They don't really know how to work well with others. And this could be a trauma response for some of you guys. I'm not a therapist by any means, so just remember, I do tarot. That is my thing. I can't diagnose you with anything. But I'm seeing that some of you recognize this trait within you or with someone around you, and you're actively walking away from that. And you're doing that because you're recognizing that you don't have to be chained to the old way that you have done things. You can actually find more harmony, more peace, and more balance when you recognize your worth and you have confidence within yourself, so that you don't have to move in this way. I feel like a lack of confidence here is getting someone to show up in a way that isn't really honorable, okay? For others of you, you're walking away from somebody who's trying to be fair to you, someone or something who is very confident in themselves, someone who has trying to nurture a situation, someone who is trying to bring balance to a situation, and because you're set in your ways, you're just walking away from them. You could be walking away from a good thing. So I'm getting that there's two stories here. There are two types of Virgos here who are going to resonate with this story, okay? Those of you who see how you're getting in your own way, you're walking away from that. And those of you who are going to eventually learn a lesson from being too hard-headed, I'm getting, okay? All right. Why is the 10 of Wands here? I'm getting that communication is a big issue. communication, the lack of it, the avoidance of it, or just the way that it's delivered is not very nice or very honorable. It's not. I'm hearing you know when you're not being. You know the difference between right and wrong is what I'm getting. 10 of Wands. Why is this here, please? All right. So we have Knight of Wands, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles again. All right. Again, there's 2 stories. So for those of you who recognize this quality within yourself or with someone around you, you're walking away from that, you're dropping a burden, okay? So you recognize that's not the way to be. It hurts you and the people around you. You're healing from that and you're getting inspired. You're moving on as a more stable and more self-sufficient version of yourself in a healthy way. For others of you, you're walking away from a situation that's good for you. You could be avoiding having a certain conversation. You're acting in ways that are not fair. You're acting in ways that are not honorable. And your inaction is causing you to have a lot of pressure built up in your life. It's causing you to, again, you're hurting yourself and other people by not taking action. But I'm seeing that you're fleeing this. You're not even dealing with it. I'm getting the energy of, I got this, I don't need anybody kind of thing. And that's not exactly healthy. So I read with honesty, not to tell you what you want to hear. So if that's not what you want to hear, then I'm gonna just let you know right now I'm not the reader for you. But I'm trusting that the people who watch me want to hear the truth, okay? And that's what I'm gonna give you. 7 of Swords. Why is 7 of Swords here? So what is this exactly? What does 7 of Swords have here, please? All right. We have Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and Temperance. Again, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star. For those of you who are recognizing this quality in yourself or in someone around you, you're hanging it up. You are now taking steps, small steps, slow and steady, to move you in the direction of your healing, your happiness, what your wants, your desires, and you're becoming more vulnerable as a result, right? You're fighting not to be against people, but for your ability to come into harmony, to come into peace, to come into balance, okay? You're actively strategizing ways to do that, okay? On the flip side, those of you who are avoiding doing this work, I'm seeing that you have the potential to have some sort of dream here that you want, but you're getting in your own way because you're acting in ways that are not honorable, okay? You're acting in ways that are avoidant. You're lying, you're cheating, you're deceiving, you're trying to get your way. I just heard some of y'all are trying to be slick. You have the opportunity to heal. You have the opportunity to have good things come your way, but because you're being counter dependent or you're being avoidant, you're blocking all of your blessings, okay? So just be mindful of that. Hopefully most of you are on the end where you are realizing that you can't be like this and you're hanging it up. But some of you are definitely still in this energy, so just be mindful of that, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Oracle cards and see what we have here for advice and things. Yeah, look at that. Some of you guys are so guarded and so defensive, and this is a toxic trait of yours. Please, like, if this is you, you're causing more confusion for yourself this way. Make sure to open up, all right? You don't have to be, there are ways to defend yourself without hurting people. There are ways to express yourself and your weaknesses, I just heard, without hurting other people. So just make sure you're mindful of that. I just saw the skunk flash. So some of you guys are like this because you don't have that sense of self-worth and self-love the way that you need to. Okay, so let's work on that. Let's work on our shadow side. Let's work on our pain. Let's work on our trauma and be able to hang this up. Let's walk away from this. Okay, it's getting too heavy. Just walk away from it. Start doing your work, or you'll be forced to. That's how the universe works, right? Or not. You can keep going through the same lessons over and over again, but it's up to you. Anyway, all right. So some of you guys didn't like that, but it is what it is. All right. So what do we have here for Virgo, please? What do we have here for Virgo, please? Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's definitely a vulnerability thing. Some of y'all need to explore your emotions more, and that'll bring you more success in your life. Just being more emotionally available. I heard some of you need to be more friendly. Okay, so we'll start with the bottom of the deck. We have relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And then we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. We also have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. And new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Okay. Let's start with the bottom of the deck. Relationships and new moon in Scorpio. Your relationships are a mirror, Virgo, okay? They're showing you exactly what you need to work on within yourself. So for a lot of you guys, this is the need to be a little more vulnerable emotionally, to be a little more receptive to the emotions of your own emotions and other people. I'm getting that a lot of you guys are counter dependent. A lot of you guys feel like you have to do everything on your own because you feel like you can't trust people, and you feel like you can't depend on people, or you'll look bad if you're wrong or something like that. Examine that, because those are not the case. That's not the case. That's not how that works. Okay, so if you want to come into a healthier place, it's time for you to work through your fears. It's time for you to really open up your heart, be more vulnerable, be open to listening to people, and doing this work is going to have you have better relationships. Okay, right under that we have empathy. So just be mindful. Again, some of you guys are not open to the emotions of other people, and that's blocking a lot of your blessings. Okay, because you're showing up like this and nobody wants to deal with somebody like that. That's for some of you. Okay, some of you are already doing this work. Then we have growth and a new cycle begins. So I'm getting that regardless of the group that you're in, remember there's two Virgos, one group that's running away from doing the work and one group who is embracing the work and is actively putting this burden down, okay? The message is the same. You need to do the work. You need to do the shadow work. This is the only way that you can grow and that you can bring in new things. If you keep doing what you always have, you'll always end up with with the same thing, okay? So it's time for you to do something new. It's time for you to walk away from your previous way of being so that you can have better relationships. And this says romantic cycle, but it doesn't have to be romantic in general. This could be the way that you love yourself or the way that you look at yourself. But this could also be with other people. So just keep in mind that your growth is going to, actively doing the work is going to help your life flourish in ways that you can't even imagine. It's going to bring better people. It's going to bring better opportunities. You're going to feel better about yourself, but you can't operate out of this, okay? You got to get out of this, all right? So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that this helped. I hope that it resonated. I hope that you got what you needed out of this. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do all of the things. I'm trying to build a family of people who want to grow and ascend and be the best versions of themselves as possible. Some of you guys look like you're doing this work, so join my family. Follow me on all my social media. That's in the description box. And if you want more personalized help, I am doing personal readings. So look for the Etsy link if you want one of those. And that's all I have. So make sure to take care of yourself. This work is hard and it's an ongoing thing. I know that you can do it, but I trust that you're going to be all right. Okay. I'll see you next time, and I love you guys. Goodbye.